Will be Shakura's Plateau and Sen getting a rude awakening right here in this ZVZ with one of the top Zerg in Europe, and people need to stop forgetting that Stephano is this good. Right? They really do. And yes, neither Brattok nor Stephano actually wanted to fight Sen. The question is, does anyone really ever want to fight Sen?
Yeah, and well, well, he always says that. Go Power Rangers Pink Power.
Oh, he's only a kid, leave him
that.
alone.
I know, he's only 17. But, I mean, the thing is that Stephano's Zerg versus Terran is a lot stronger than his Zerg versus Zerg, which is why many people would favor Sen in this matchup. But he's still shown an excellent game in that first game. And you have to think, too, is that defensive Zerg is usually pretty good against an aggressive Zerg.
Yeah, it tends to work. You can get in a great position, you can block off all sorts of things, and of course 4 Spine Crawlers, really well done. And he was also quite conservative with his Banelings. A lesser player would have just simply thrown them in there, but no, he's very patient. Yeah, he sacrificed the Spine Crawler, but he knew he had a lot of DPS. He knew he could hit the Roaches very hard. He could whittle down their numbers. He had to wait for the big Zergling wave that he knew was coming, and then annihilate it. He cuts off half of it on the ramp with a Baneling detonation, and he cleans up the rest of it without taking too many drone losses. And that is how you need to play. And then, of course, the counter-attack comes in, and some genius Baneling play once again from Stephano. He gets them in just the right place.
So we have the 14 Extractor going down now for Sen.
Interesting.
Following that up very shortly. Actually, that's 13. Sorry, 13 Extractor for Sen. Following that up very shortly with a 14 spawner pool here. Meanwhile, we are going to see Stephano go for an expansion here. And this is, again, a clash of styles. Aggression versus non-aggression. And he will be trying to expand very shortly. I don't know what that drone is doing.
I think it's... I actually have no idea.
Oh, okay, so he waited. Yeah, he waited and was like, oh, you've gone 13 Extractor. Okay, cool. It's a pretty bad idea to go hatchery first. So I'm going to play safe. I'm going to go spawning pool into Extractor. And the way that this build is going to work out is that Stephano's going to be able to get a reasonably early Roach Warren. And we'll be able to defend against any Baneling pressure that is possible from Sen here, but at the same time, Sen doesn't necessarily have to go Banelings either.
No, he does
can
not.
Pull off gas near the 100 and go for an expansion. He can go for a lot of Zerglings depending on how Stephano wants to play this out.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see a reversal of style right here if Stephano was actually the one going for those early Roaches and Sen went for the early Baneling nest, and see how that ends up going out. Whatever the case, it's still going to be a really tough matchup for Stephano. I would certainly not count Sen out at this point.
There we do have the spawning pool finishing up, and that is the Roach Warren super fast here.
Very
quick.
Queen
has been made, and the bad thing for Stephano is that it doesn't look like, well, I don't think that this is going to be a Baneling aggression early on. We do see that a lot in Europe, but we don't really see Sen do that very often. He doesn't like to go for fast Baneling and Ling aggression. So he's just going to pull off gas, he's going to take an expansion here, and he's got the better build right now, to be honest. And as long as he understands what Stephano's doing, he's going to be able to go in there and be like, oh, Roach Warren? Oh, that's fine. I'll just build my Roach Warren now. And he's got another hatchery. The one thing he has to be careful about is if he doesn't scout it. If he doesn't know Roaches are coming, that could very well surprise him.
The main problem being that Stephano really doesn't actually have any way to properly block that off. There are 2 Zerglings from Sen moving in right here. Stephano will see them coming, but he has nothing to really intercept them with. He sent his 2 Zerglings across the map, and he only has 1 Queen out, so there is absolutely no way he can stop this scout from happening. And there we go. Sen is going to see it, and Sen already started his Baneling nest actually before that even happened, so that's an interesting move by him, and needless to say, Stephano has seen that.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to keep the Baneling nest. I doubt he'll cancel it. He can use it in a defensive posture because now we have Sen on the kind of defensive side as he's gone for this hatchery first. He'll want to throw down a Roach Warren very shortly, though. If he doesn't, that could be dangerous. But he will use Banelings in defensive manner against any Roach Ling play that Stephano could do. But even now, you can see that the advantage that Sen's got just because of the build. He's at 20 drones to 17, 23 to 17. He's got this hatchery now as finished. And he's just going to be building drones because there's not really too much aggression that can come early on with these Roaches. And even if they do come on, the pressure does come on, he has overlords that see them coming.
He's got tons of time.
Yeah, tons of time. Yeah. There's no Roach speed. He's got plenty of time. He throws down a Spine Crawler anyway and is droning up very heavily at the moment.
Yeah, that's the thing you really have to consider about using Roaches in any really early aggressive capacity on a map of this size. Yes, it works on Steps of War. No, it doesn't necessarily work on Shakura's Plateau. It's quite the hike, and Roaches are incredibly slow initially, and especially in ZVZ, there's no way you can hide them. from anything. I mean, what are you going to shoot them with? The Overlord is right there, so there's nothing you can really do to stop that. And Stephano's actually going for a really early +1, which is an interesting maneuver. I believe that will help quite a lot against the Zerglings. Plus, of course, if it turns into a Roach War, then he'll have the upgrade advantage.
Well, he's going to go for a +1